Yo, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy, Kevin Forte, and we're taking a look today at the Philadelphia Flyers. As yesterday, they had a pretty big day announcing a top six forward signing a long contract extension in Philly. So, from the Philadelphia Flyers yesterday in a tweet, official 6 more years for Philly Joel, which a little bit of a play on Billy Joel. The Philadelphia Flyers lock up the top six forward to a 6-year extension to stay in Philadelphia. Now, Joel Farabee is on the final year of his entry-level contract that he signed back in March of 2019. That contract will be coming to an end at the end of this season, the 2021-2022 NHL season. After that, he's got 6 more years in the Broad Street City, the Broad Street Bullies, signing a 6-year, $30 million contract. It's $5 million per season for Joel Farabee. It's a great contract for the Philadelphia Flyers, and it's a great contract for Joel Farabee as well. Joel Farabee was supposed to be a really talented guy when he was drafted. A guy that was maybe drafted later because people saw some concerns with Farabee, but the raw talent and skill was there. Joel Farabee from Syracuse, New York, back in the 2018 NHL draft, was drafted 14th overall. If you want to look back at that draft, some of the names that went ahead of him, yes, Barry Kotkaniemi, Barrett Hayden, Philip Zadina, Vitaly Kravtsov, Evan Bouchard, Ty Dellandre. You could argue Joel Farabee is better than a bunch of those names that I had mentioned. Now, obviously, there were guys like Rasmus Dahlin and Brady Tkachuk, Quinn Hughes, Boqvist, Wallstrom, and Dobson. But Joel Farabee at number 14 for the Philadelphia Flyers, I think that was a really good pick looking back. And we're starting to see them reap the benefits of Joel Farabee in the lineup. The 21-year-old started off in the U.S. National Development Program, and in his draft year, you knew that he was going to be a pretty prized prospect. 40 points in 26 games in the USHL, and then he continued that in the 2017-2018 exhibition, picking up 36 points and 36 games. This is a situation where Joel Farabee, when he was drafted, there was some concern that maybe it would take him a while to develop. He went to Boston University after he was drafted. He went up to BU, and he put together a pretty nice campaign, almost a point per game, 36 points in 37 games. That next season, in 2019-2020, he would end up playing only 5 games in the AHL with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, putting up 3 goals and an assist, 4 points in his 5 games in Lehigh Valley. And not much later, he spent the rest of the season in Philadelphia with the Flyers, and the rest is history. He spent 52 games that year up in Philly, and he put up 21 points in his first full season with the Flyers. You also have to remember it was the shortened season, the 2019-2020 season, right before everything got locked down with the pandemic. And then this season here in the 2021 season, he put together another really good year, 38 points in 55 games. I think the Philadelphia Flyers are a little bit concerned about what Joel Farabee can do this season with the Flyers in a full 82-game schedule. Does he have the potential to put up a good 65, 70, 75-point season? Maybe that's why the Flyers are saying, you know what, let's lock this guy up long-term before he asks for even more. And that's what I think the theme of this signing is with Joel Farabee. He gets the term on a pretty friendly deal. He'll be 27, 28 when this deal is officially over, which means if he continues at his projection right now, he can make another nice boatload of cash on maybe a 6, 7, maybe even an 8-year deal when he turns 28 years old. And I think this is really good for Farabee, good for the Flyers. They get him at $5 million per season, which I think is honestly a really good deal. And I think it's one of those things where you lock him up for some term, but you also get a player that's going to put points up for you. This is a guy that you can guarantee is going to be a between 50 to 60 point player in the NHL. I, as an Islander fan, absolutely hate this guy because he is an Islander killer. Joel Farabee, a really talented player. He's fit in well under Alain Vigneault and the Philadelphia Flyers system there in the top 6. And one of the few prospects here in recent years that's just He's finally getting things going. He's a success for the Flyers drafting, as guys like Morgan Frost take a little bit longer to develop, and some growing pains from guys like Carter Hart. You have some really good news in Joel Farabee, and to sign him up long term for the next 7 years, actually. They made a mistake. He'll be here for the rest of his ELC and the next 6 years after that. Philly Joel will be a member of the Philadelphia Flyers. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think of the Philadelphia Flyers locking up Joel Farabee to a 6-year contract extension, $30 million, $5 million per season? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Guys, if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL and more videos just like this one, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and an even bigger subscribe down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time.